What is up? My name is Javon and I'm a vlogger. In this video, I will be going over with you the 4 questions that you can ask yourself and that coincidentally I asked myself in order to find my purpose. Now, before we get started, I think it's really important that we give credit where credit is due. This is not my idea. This is not my concept. As a matter of fact, I ended up here because I care a lot about the Bible and being guided by the Bible. But when it comes to finding my purpose, finding my meaning, especially in 2025 in a world where we need to make money, I didn't really find anything particularly helpful in the Bible other than love thy neighbor as thyself, help others, evangelize, and also pray. And like all of those things are great. You can particularly pray for like discernment and wisdom. But the thing is that praying for discernment and wisdom in and of itself is not the same as a like step-by-step guide on finding what my purpose is, which is the reason why I really like the Japanese philosophy of Ikegai. And so Ikegai is just about, finding life's meaning or life's purpose. And these 4 questions come from this philosophy of Ikegai. So let's get into it. The very first, the absolute most important, very first question that I would ask myself when looking for my purpose is, what do I love to do? What is something that I absolutely love? And that's it. That's the question. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to write the question down, right? I want you to do this if you're actually looking for your purpose right now. So pause the video and write this down. What do I love? What do you love? And then after that, we are going to make a list of all of the things that we love to do. And that can include eating, that can include sleeping, that can include making friends with strangers, that can include riding roller coasters, watching TV, playing video games, whatever it is, just write it down. Fixing cars, exercising, teaching others how to exercise. It doesn't matter what it is. We're not, and please, please, please don't think any further ahead. Just focus on this one prompt, which is, what do I love to do? You can make the list as long or as short as you want, but I do recommend that you have more stuff on the list. Question number 2 is, what do I actually know that I can do well, right? What am I good at? This is the next question. So question 1, what do I love? Question number 2, what am I good at? And we're going to take everything that we wrote in list number 1, and we're going to look for the things that we love doing that we're also really good at doing, right? It doesn't need to be something that you're absolutely perfect at, but ideally it should be something that you're like pretty decent at, like you're like below average or average at it, like you have some experience doing it. Like, I'm assuming that's the reason why you love it. Even if you only did it once, it's something that could be something that you love, right? Like, I've only been skydiving a handful of times, but I really like skydiving. Skydiving may be something that I love. I don't know if I'm necessarily good at falling out of the sky, but I do think that it's something that I have the potential to be good at. So I can say, all right, well, skydiving is something that I love. Question number 1, circle it and drag it over to question number 2, because it is also something that I can potentially be good at. And I think that's close enough. Also, just as a little sidebar, when we're talking about something that we're good at, that we also love doing, the word for this is passion. If you really love something, but you suck at it, then you probably don't actually have a passion for it, because you need to be good at it and also love it. But if you're not good at it, like let's say it's something that you just started doing, you love it, but it's not your passion. And I know it's not your passion because you just started, so you don't know everything about it. Anyway, let's keep going. Question number 3, what does the world actually need? Now, instead of writing a whole new list, we're going to do the same thing that we did in step number 2, question number 2, which is look at everything from 1 and 2, right? So things that fall into both of those categories, and look for things that also meet the criteria for number 3, right? So what is something that I love doing, that I am also good at, that the world actually needs, right? And let me tell you something. There's an audience for everything. Like, there are people who are always going to be looking to skydive. There are always going to be people who need like hats and sweaters. There are always going to be people who are looking for houses, whether you are selling them, renovating them, fixing them, doing the plumbing, the electrical, whatever the case is. If you are an interior designer, people need furniture, right? If you are a painter, people love artwork. So whatever it is, the likelihood of it being needed by someone out there is relatively high. So I can tell you, bar's pretty low, but we really want to focus on the first 2 and then find something that also falls into number 3. And I guess there's like a few things that number 3, right, may disqualify. Like, I don't know, personal opinion, starting OnlyFans. You don't need to do that. But hey, look, That's just one guy's opinion. You know what I mean? Just one guy's opinion. Question number 4. What can we get paid for? And the reason why we save this for last is because it's extremely important that whatever we're doing is something that we can do sustainably for the future. And I don't want to like bore you with statistics or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stay away from numbers. But what I can tell you is that a lot of people leave high school, go straight to college in order to get a degree and get educated on something that they don't even know that they like. Like, they don't even know themselves, right? Much less anything about the world, or if the thing that they're studying in college and accumulating debt for is like actually viable in terms of who they are, if they're compatible with it, et cetera, et cetera. And so what ends up happening is people end up accumulating a ton of debt, not because they went to college. College isn't necessarily the enemy in all cases. But what does hurt people is going to college when they don't know if the thing that they're going to college for is something that they love or if it's something that they're good at. Also, if it's something that the world needs. Like, I don't think the world needs another philosophy major, just my opinion. What we really want to do is just ask ourselves these 4 questions. And after we ask these 4 questions and find the thing that answers all 4 of them, or multiple things, if it's multiple things, that's perfectly fine. Then we will have what's called our Ikegai, right? Our actual purpose, which is cool, super cool. But what now? Because it's still just a theory. We haven't actually tried anything. What do we do with that? Well, what I would recommend is literally Googling, how do I start? And then insert the thing here, right? How to make money mowing lawns, right? How to make money taking care of dogs. And also understand that not everything is going to fall into all of those categories. Like, if your passion is, let's say, caring for the homeless, like, that's a phenomenal thing. Caretakers are needed, right? Nonprofits do actually need people, but also understand that it's not going to be incredibly lucrative. And so something that we love, that the world also needs, but can't necessarily get us paid, right, in the way that we need to in order to have a sustainable lifestyle and do all the things that we want to do, like retire, we will call that a mission. And missions are extremely important. And I believe that everybody should have a mission, right? And it is definitely a phenomenal accessory to life. But if people were just missionaries and did not work, then the world would not work. Mission is important, but find your Ikegai. Find what you can get paid for. At the very least, find your vocation. Your vocation is going to be a combination between what you can get paid for and what the world needs. It's not necessarily something that you're good at. It's just a vocation. And so a vocation may be like a trade, maybe becoming an automotive technician. You don't need to be the best automotive technician. You just need to know this car is broken. This is how you fix it. It's pretty black and white. And that would be a vocation. Vocation is a good way to make money until you're able to step into your Ikegai. Anyway, I feel like this video is getting kind of long, and I hope this was a good explanation. If you enjoyed it, then leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.